Hi, welcome to Mina's bookshelf. I haven't done a general energy check-in for all zodiac signs in a while, so I thought that the full moon in Libra, the pink moon that just happened a couple of days ago, would be a great opportunity for me to check the vibes, check the energies, especially when it comes to partnerships, commitments, union, both professional and personal. Libra is the sign that rules all the area that regard communication, harmony, balance. It emphasizes relationship, especially harmonious relationship in all areas of our life. So maybe we can do this reading focusing on these aspects or whatever comes through really. So as usual, this is a general reading. It might resonate with all of you, might resonate with some of you in a partial way. Keep in mind that these are general readings, resonate with different life stories. So just keep with you only those messages that really ring a bell with your personal life, and filter everything anyway through the lens of your personal circumstances. So messages about money, career, love, general well-being might come through. It might be all kinds of relationships, all kinds of partnerships and commitments, both in your personal and professional life. So let's begin. I'm using one tarot deck and two oracle decks, and you can find, as usual, all the informations about the decks that I use in the description of this video. For those who are curious, this is the well-known Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron-Reid, the Shaman Dreams Oracle as well by Colette Baron-Reid, and this is actually relatively new tarot deck. I received this by US Game for purposes of review, and I still have to do that. I'm still working with it to really understand how I feel about it. This is the When Women Had Wings, by Angie Salins, with artwork by Jenna della Grottaglia, which happens to be also the illustrator, I think, for the Colette Baron-Reid reads decks. So, as usual, take a deep breath, focus on a thought, an idea, a question, something that is in your heart, something that you're carrying in your heart and you would really like to have some clarity. And I invite the spirit guides from the pure white light to give me clarity, guidance, and inspiration. Let me know in the comment section how the videos resonate with you. And as usual, please give me a thumbs up, share the video, subscribe, give me your feedback, and help me understand if these readings are being helpful for anybody out there. I really hope they reach the person that needs to hear the message the most. So I'm going to draw a card for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising sign, Venus, Jupiter, and Mars placements as well. Just keep in mind that these are general readings. They might resonate either with your sun sign, your moon sign, or with other placements in your astrological natal chart. So if you have that information, you might want to check different signs, because your messages might be spread among different signs, your sun sign, your moon sign, or the placements of the Mars, Jupiter, and Venus. Okay, so this is for Aries. I'm going to start with a card that signifies your personal energy, and a card for the energy of the environment around you. Now, this energies might be energies of yourself, of your personal circumstances. It can also happen, and it happens very commonly in tarot readings, that these readings might pick up on the energy of somebody who is very close to you. So, just wanted to put that out there. Okay, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising sign, placements of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus. What do you need to know about the energies for the mid-month of April, especially in when it comes to relationships of all kinds, of all areas of your life, personal, familiar, friendly, romantic, and work-related. So, 2 cards fell out of the deck, and we have the Beaver Spirit, lay a solid foundation, and take a leap of faith. Very interesting. And as far as regards the energy and the environment around you, what are you finding yourself coping with? What do you need to know of the energies in the environment, Aries? It's very interesting that we got the Beaver Spirit energy, lay a solid foundation and taking a leap of faith, because this full moon in Libra for Aries might really trigger a shift in the way Aries approaches relationships. And this might be especially in the professional field. You might want to release something that doesn't serve your purpose anymore, and you might want to courageously embrace something new. So let's see, in the environment, Aries, what is the energy? Gathering around the power of community. I do believe, and there's another card that wants to be seen, resourcefulness. So this is definitely a reading, I believe, according to what I'm seeing right here, right now, a reading that regards your professional relationships, your financial situation, your work environment. And it really feels like you are working hard, and maybe some more work is requested in order to lay solid foundations. It feels like in order to do so, you are in the right energy to take a leap of faith towards something new, open up to new possibilities. And it feels like even the environment around you might be important, especially when it comes to the power of community, collaborations with other people, especially when it comes to resourcefulness. When it comes to really down to your ability to use whatever is available to you, whatever people make available to you. Just remember that this card, especially this totem here, this symbol of the cactus can survive on very little water. And they really grab the water, the moisture that they need to survive, even in very dry conditions, from the air around them, not necessarily from the ground, especially if the ground is very dry, but the moisture that is present in the air. Bottom of the deck, Root Girl, the Dissound Self. All right, let's see, from the Tarot. What are we talking about here, Aries? What do you need to know about your personal circumstances right now? Current situation. I'm going to do my usual for card spread. Current situation, challenges, guidance, and possible outcome. The Ace of Swords. Definitely, we're talking about anything that might regard legalities, so work, contracts, commitments. What is the challenge here? And this is a new beginning here. So there might be an opportunity that is being presented to you to start all over, to start a new project, to cultivate a new idea, a new job, a new position within an organization. What is the challenge for you? Seems like Spirit made it clear right off the bat that this is a work-related situation for you, Aries. Whoever needs to hear this message. What is the challenge for you? Eight of Wands. It might be keeping up with an evolving situation. Things might be evolving maybe a little too fast for your comfort. You might need a little bit more time to make up your mind, to make a decision about this new beginning, about taking this leap of faith. maybe because you don't feel solid ground when it comes to you, or enough resources for you to leave something behind and start something new. You need to have that security net. But guess what? The security net may come to you from this power of community and connections that you have in your work environment. But something is afoot. Definitely, there's movement, there is velocity, there's a lot of communication going on. This could be also an indication that there's a lot of emails, messages, communication. Let's see, what is the guidance? Typically, the Aries would not be afraid to go head on into something new, especially if the situation really responds to what their passions are. But even an Aries sometimes can have doubts and might need some more time to make a decision. Might be a little bit of pressure coming from the environment. Two of Swords, the guidance. This card is telling you you don't need to make a decision right away. You don't have to. You might want to go within, especially if there's a lot of pressure from the outside that is trying to get an answer from you, that is trying to prompt you to make a decision quickly. You don't have to listen to all that. You might want to take some time and listen to yourself. Go within. This card is not necessarily a card that indicates inability to make a decision or stagnation. As a guidance, so in its most positive energy, it simply is, you know what, cross your arms for a second, cover your eyes, don't look around, don't look at what people are doing, don't listen to what people are saying to convince you to make a decision one way or the other. Listen to yourself, go within, listen to your own advice. So maybe the energy of environment, the power of community, might have also a little bit of a challenging connotation, in the sense that maybe people around you are pressing, might have expectations from you, and this is creating a little bit of a pressure that you don't want to deal with, because you want to be absolutely sure of what you want to do. Possible outcome if you follow this guidance. Page of Swords. I really feel like, as a result of this moment of stagnation, in which you just cross your arms and say, you know what, I need time. I need time to evaluate the all options available to me. It's going to be asking more questions. I feel like even after this period of, going within and asking yourself for the best advice on how to proceed in this matter, you're still going to feel like you don't have all the informations that you need. And it will be the best thing. It's always the best course of action. If you're not absolutely sure, I would rather measure twice and cut once, rather than take a decision in a hasty way than regret it and have to retrace my steps. So ask questions. Ask questions. Don't be afraid to talk to people, send those emails, ask those questions. I think like in a professional environment, that attitude would actually be appreciated and rewarded, because you would give that impression of yourself, of not being a person that just takes action in a lighthearted manner, without really having all the facts at your disposal. So you need to lay down solid foundations. You want to make sure that whatever decision you make is well pondered, is well thought out. You need that strong foundation. You need to be sure of what you're doing before you take a leap of faith. Even if people around you might be pressing you a little bit to make a decision, take advantage as much as you deem important to you, to ask a question, to ask for support, to ask for help, but don't make any decision in a hasty manner. All right. So this was the reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising sign. We placed significant placements of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus as well. So we're moving on now to Taurus. So Taurus, welcome to Mina's Bookshelf for this mid-April general energy check-in in conjunction with the full moon in Libra that just happened a couple of days ago, but I'm sure we're still under the spell of that moon, so we can still feel the effect of that energy. Great focus on partnerships, commitments, and relationship of all kinds, personal and professional. So messages about romantic connection might come through, but also regarding relationships in the work environment or family or friendship or whatever. With particular focus on our ability to communicate clearly and in an harmonious way, balanced, diplomatic, what our needs are, what our wishes are with other people around us. So Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising sign, Jupiter, Mars, and Venus placements, or any other significant placement in your natal chart. This is your reading for mid-April. So your energy, personal energy, stag spirit, take the lead. Bottom of the deck, the miracles are endless with the cow spirit. What a synchronicity. Energy around you. So what are the energies in your environment? The energies around you. What are you coping with? Is the environment supportive of you, of your energy? Is going against it? Is presenting a challenge? We'll see. We'll clarify with the tarot. These are general readings, might resonate with you entirely or partially. Just take with you whatever rings a bell with your personal circumstances, and disregard whatever doesn't relate to your personal history, to your personal circumstances. Just filter the reading through what you're going through in your life. So, energy of the environment. What is the energy of the environment? This one. Perfect storm, the courage to step into life. So not only you are in the energy of taking the lead, guiding, maybe being an example for other people, making a decision, not waiting for other people to make decisions for you, showing other people the path, the way. But it feels like in the environment, there might be also a set of circumstances that is very favorable. The perfect storm, the courage to step into life. It might be the right time for you. A tidy house, clarity, and organization on the bottom. Generally speaking, this full moon in Libra for Taurus focuses on your daily routines, health, and well-being. It might require also, it might be a good time for you to change some habits and implement new ones. It might be something related to your home environment. We'll see. From the tarot. Informations about the decks I'm using are in the description of this video, so I invite you to go and take a look if you would like to know what decks I'm using. Spirit guides from the pure white light. Please give me clarity, guidance, and inspiration. I really hope this message reaches the persons that need to hear them the most. So your likes, subscribe, and feedback in the comment section would be very helpful in pushing this video out there for more people to have a chance to watch them. So what is your energy of your current situation? The Two of Wands. So you're pondering, you're evaluating two possible courses of action. You're not acting yet, but you definitely feel like inspired to take the lead one way or the other. What is the challenge for you? What is a challenge? You're in a kind of exploratory phase for right now. You're taking a look at your environment. You're taking a look at the opportunities that are available to you. Not ready to leave, the comfort the comfort zone here before you move your steps one way, in one direction or the other. Planning is definitely very important right now. Planning, manifesting, pondering. What is the challenge though? King of Cups. This could be a person in your environment. They might not be exactly cooperating with you, maybe because they're not making their feelings known. And if this is the energy of a person in your environment, it could be, astrologically speaking, it could be a water sign. It might be also somebody who tends to keep a lid on his or her emotions. And that's the energy of somebody that might tend to omit things, keep things to themselves, secretive kind of energy. If this is your energy, this could be also, but I really don't feel like it's yours. I really feel like it's the energy of somebody around you. Guidance for you, Taurus. What is the guidance? Six of Swords. Moving on. This is what this card is telling you. Really move on. It's very interesting. The Six of Swords in a typical Rider-Waite-Smith deck has the ferryman, the boatman, navigating the difficult waters to take you to the more calmer waters on the other side of the river. And it also features a female figure holding a child. In this particular card, you're completely alone here. So you really need to take the lead when it comes to leaving behind the difficult energy of the Five of Swords, especially if there was a sort of conflict within your own self or with somebody else, with this King of Cups. And it's up to you to take the initiative to leave a situation behind. Make a decision here to leave a situation behind and moving on and get yourself to a better place, emotionally, mentally, or even physically in some cases. Possible outcome if you follow this guidance. What's the possible outcome for you, Taurus? Three of Wands. Yes, make that decision. Achieve a goal. Work towards your ambitions. Work towards your goals. The ships will come in the sense that there will be results. There will be a positive outcome for whatever decision you make here. This really might be telling you that if you're waiting for somebody else's guidance, you better count on yourself. You better take that the leading role. You have the executive power here. This is very Emperor kind of energy. If I had to compare to a tarot card, this is the Emperor archetype. It's really up to you. You wear the crown. You are the only person that can make the better judgment when it comes to making a decision. Don't wait to be guided by somebody else, because it really feels like this could be a misguiding kind of energy here with this King of Cups. Just moving on, leave any conflict behind. Bottom of the deck, let's take a look. Death as a major change. There's something that needs to be left behind, and possibly in a relationship with a water sign or somebody that embodies the traits of a water sign here with this Death card. Yeah, it's a positive change though. It really will bring things back into balance. Let me know in the comment section what's the deal with this. I hope the reading was useful for you, Taurus. And now we're moving on to Gemini. This is a very joyful and creative full moon for Gemini. It's all about self-expression. You might find your way towards new passion, in life, especially when it comes to artistic efforts, anything regarding communication, public speaking, writing. If you have a YouTube channel, maybe it's the time to really refresh it, do something different with it, explore your ability to create. Very creative energy. So Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising signs with placements of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus in your natal chart. This reading might resonate entirely or partially with you. Disregard whatever doesn't ring a bell with your personal circumstances. Filter whatever messages come through the lens of your life, of your life story, and keep in mind that messages might be spread through among different signs. So let's see, what is your energy for this mid-April general energy check-in, especially in the light of the full moon in Libra that just happened a couple of days ago. Your energy, and then we'll ask the other oracle for the energy of the environment. Gemini, Buffalo Spirit, the abundant universe will provide. This card came up in the reverse, and although I don't read the oracle cards in the reverse, the fact that it came out in reverse might be an indication that there's a little bit of a challenge. Maybe you do not believe that the universe will provide. You maybe don't believe you have all that it takes for you to succeed, to achieve whatever goal you have in mind, maybe creative goals that you have in mind, but you kind of lost hope. Time to let go, Groundhog Spirit. This is perfect for the full moon energy. Time to release, time to let go of whatever doesn't serve your purpose anymore, and it's time to start a new cycle. Let's see the energy of the environment. Maybe this energy of the environment will answer the question as to why you don't feel like the universe will provide abundant means for you to achieve your goals and your dreams. So let's see, what is the energy of the environment? What's the energy of the environment? What's the energy of the environment? What's the energy of the environment for you, Gemini? This card. Galactic Mushroom, the Divine Matrix. Interesting. Let me take a look at the guidebook for this. Oh, the Authentic Self, Many Masks. As I was saying before, this is a full moon that is very important for Gemini, especially when it comes to self-expression. It's time for you to be your authentic self. If you have been wearing a mask, in the sense that you haven't been expressing your potential, your authentic self, you haven't been using your talents, your skills, especially when it comes to creative self-expression, obviously that didn't lead you to that feeling of abundance, of prosperity, of success. It's time for you to shed the mask if you were wearing one. Express yourself freely and authentically. Let's see, what is this galactic mushroom? This is a card. This isn't a card that has come up with for me often, so I need to take a look at the guidebook. The Divine Matrix, the intricate complexity of life. You might have been thinking and acting like you were the only one in the dream creating your life. The galactic mushroom arrives as a playful yet potent reminder that you need to get with your higher power. The universal laws are not for your benefit only. The law of attraction does not exist just to serve up your desired outcome. The galactic mushroom reminds you that your dreams and desires are heard. This is a call for faith and trust. So if you had lost hope, this card came out in the reverse, that the universe might be answering your prayers, your wishes, your requests. Well, you were wrong. But it really feels like it's up to you to show your authentic self, what you really are, what are your real wishes. in order for these wishes to be listened. But the universe is listening. Whether or not you can see it working on your behalf, eventually you see the evidence play out in the serendipitous events that work in your favor, seemingly outside of the law of cause and effect. The universe has your back. You don't realize it, Gemini, but it does. And it might offer you, in the fashion of a serendipitous event, the opportunity to achieve that abundance, whatever abundance and prosperity mean to you right now, Gemini. All right, let's clarify with the tarot. What do you need to know? What is going on, Gemini? Energy of the circumstances. What is happening? Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising signs. Mars, Jupiter, and Venus placements in your chart. So Gemini, what is going on? What's the situation we're talking about in here? This one. Two of Cups. Could this be a partnership of a romantic or professional nature? It could be. Could this be the object of your desire? As I said, when I was reading the meaning of the galactic mushroom, it really feels like the universe wants for you whatever you want for yourself. But you just have to be more confident and don't be afraid to show your true self, because it feels like you and your universe will meet halfway in a middle point in order for your dreams to become a reality. Whatever this dream is, a partnership in business, a partnership of a romantic nature. Let's see what the challenge is. The challenge for Gemini. It could be love, it could be business, it could be a friendship, it could be a family member, or anything that your heart desires. What is the challenge? Strength. It really feels like this is your energy. The challenge comes from within. You might feel disempowered. I would read this card as if it came out in the reverse, because it's the challenging position that I'm reading. You might feel like you don't have the power. You might feel disempowered. You might feel like you don't have the means to bring that dream into fruition. But it really feels like you're wrong, because the universe seems to be supporting you. It might be a matter of patience. Maybe you've been waiting and waiting and waiting, and you're just losing your patience. You're losing your faith. It could be a problem of pride. Could be pride involved. Let's see. What's the guidance for you, Gemini? There will be timestamps in the description of this video right after I upload it. So it might be easier for you to find the signs you're interested in if you take a look at the description of the video. 8 of Swords. You really need to gain your confidence back. You know? So it really makes sense for this buffalo spirit to show its face in the reverse. It really feels like there's a lack of confidence here. But guess what? These are limiting beliefs you could easily get rid of, because they stem from your own consciousness, from your own awareness, from the way you perceive the environment. And the way you perceive the environment might not be necessarily the truth, might not be necessarily the reality. You might have created in your mind a lot of excuses. You might, be ridden with fears, and insecurity is your problem. You really feel like you don't have the power, you don't have the strength, you don't have the stamina to come into union with whatever your heart desires. But you couldn't be more wrong, because you are on the right path. The universe will meet you halfway if only you believe in yourself. Remember what I said in the beginning, the importance of authentic self-expression? Don't be afraid. If you're wearing a mask, maybe because you're trying to fulfill somebody's expectation, because you're afraid of people's judgment. You really need to drop that mask, drop that bandage that is covering your eyes. Possible outcomes if you follow the guidance is the Page of Swords. This card came out also for Aries, I think. This is a very discerning energy. This is the energy of somebody who will question things, who will, want to stick their nose into the matter thereafter because they want to know more, they want to gather more information. Bottom of the deck, the Lovers. I really feel like if you change your attitude, if you change your mindset, whatever situation you're going through, you will achieve your goal. You will come into union with whatever you want, whatever your heart desires. It's just a matter of gaining confidence and being authentic. Don't be afraid to be authentic. There's more power in authenticity. All right. So Gemini, this was the reading for you. Thank you for watching. Let me know if the reading resonated with you. And now we're moving on and we're doing Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising signs with placements of Mars and Venus and Jupiter in Cancer as well, or any other meaningful planet. This is a general reading, checking in with you for the mid-month of April, especially in the light of the full moon in Libra that just happened a couple of days ago. So great focus on relationships in all areas of your life, and communication, harmony, ability to establish good communication with people around you. So this is your energy from the Spirit Animal Oracle, your personal energy in the circumstances you're inquiring about. We have the Dove Spirit, be peace. It's a very Libra, very Libra energy, Cancer, for you. This is a focus on harmony, peace, harmony, smooth, balanced relationships with other people. For Cancer, especially in particular, this full moon highlights the importance of expressing your emotions, because this is a very emotional time when it comes to family and home environment. So it's a great importance. This full moon in Libra really shifts the focus on the importance of healing relationships in your work environment, your family environment, whatever home feels to you. So it could be personal relationship in the family environment. It could be also the work environment. It's really time to bury the hatchet. This is the full moon that tells Cancer, forget about the past. Forget about the conflict, whatever created a wedge between you and the other people you're dealing with, especially if you're connected emotionally to these people. So family, friends, it's time to bury the hatchet, bring back peace and harmony. Let's see how the environment is responding to your personal energy. How is the environment responding to this? Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising signs with placement of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus. What's the energy of the environment around you? This card. Jeweled web, connectivity. Definitely. You might be reconnecting with people you are not speaking to anymore because of, past conflict and arguments. And it's time to communicate. Pour your heart out. Wear your heart on your sleeves. Find the connection with other people. Find whatever brings you together. Points of connection rather than points of separation and division. So think about the things that bring you together rather than the things that brought you apart. Lost in space, needing direction on the bottom. Just out of curiosity, we'll have electric eel spirit to bring your ideas to life on the bottom of the other deck. So let's ask the tarot, what are we talking about for Cancer? What are we talking about for Cancer? Mid-April energies. general messages might resonate with you entirely or partially. Just filter them through the lens of your personal circumstances and disregard what doesn't ring a bell. Let me know in the comment section how these readings resonate with you. I would appreciate that. So let's see, Cancer. Situation, strength. What's the energy that is conflictual? What is the challenge? The Ten of Cups. Definitely family situation. This is a reading that regards your, how you emotionally feel in a group of people you have emotional connections with. So it's power struggles that might have taken place in the past with people in your family. And it's time now to bring peace and create connection. It's time to take that beast and put it to rest. Whatever, difficult feeling or emotion was creating conflict within this Ten of Cups environment. What's the guidance for you, Cancer? What's the guidance for you? Two of Swords. This is a very balanced energy. See how this person is holding these two swords in a sort of, balanced way. This is a very Libra card to me. It's not one or the other. It really feels like none of you really was right in whatever brought you apart. Whatever conflict was creating the disharmony and the separation between you and this group of people, the Ten of Cups. It's time to understand that, you were not right, they were not right. Neither you were wrong or the other person. It really feels like a moment of, you don't need to, when you try to reconnect with other people, especially if there was a conflict in the past, of course, the communication that needs to happen, it's certainly not a communication that tries to rehash the past and see, what did you say that hurt me? What did I say that hurt you? I mean, you're both wrong and you're both right. This is what the card is telling you. And admitting it, acknowledging, you don't have to be right every time. Possible outcome if you follow this guidance. It's like a duel that doesn't need to happen. We don't need, these two swords are two conflicting, two dueling energies, ideas, words, dialogues. You don't need to win. You don't have to have the final word. Nobody does. Possible outcome, Judgment. It really feels like a reconciliation card to me. This is your chance, your second and maybe even final chance, what do we know, to reconnect with people, to reestablish the peace and harmony. All right, Cancer. Five of Wands. Yes, there was conflict. But this is the way you're going to resolve it. Think about the things that you have in common with these people. Think about the things that bring you together rather than the things that brought you apart. And this really feels like your second chance. And who knows, maybe the final chance to bury the hatchet with some people in your environment, possibly your family. All right. So this was the reading for Cancer. Let's see now the reading for Leo. Energy for the mid-month of April for Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising signs and placement of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus. And a particular focus on relationships and communication in the light of the full moon in Libra that just happened a couple of days ago. So messages about all kinds of partnerships but relationships in your life might come through, Leo. Not necessarily romantic. Could be anything. Family, friends, lovers, colleagues, bosses, business. Let's see. What is your energy, Leo? Your energy. Turtle spirit, slow and steady wins the race. You're not in a rush. Rhino spirit, overcome any obstacles. So it really feels like it's not about so much about the speed and the strength that you put in, bringing change, or you're applying in order to achieve a goal in your life, whatever goal you have in mind, whatever dream or desire. But it's about, slow and steady. It's about persistence and perseverance. Let's see what the energy of the environment is like. How is the environment responding, cooperating, or putting obstacles in your way? Let's see. How is the environment, energy? Acting around you. This one. Me talks, repairing the body, mind, and spirit. Okay, it really feels like it's me time. Take some time, take it easy, take it slowly. Maybe show yourself some love, self-love, self-care. The environment might have been, toxic to a point where, I really need to slow down a little bit, repair my body, my mind, and my spirit. Communication is highlighted for Leo with this full moon in Libra. You might also want to review the way you connect with other people in every field of your life. So before you do that, you really need to release some toxins, so to speak, that might have been building up energetically in your life. And it's time to take it. You're not in a race. You really need to take your time. This is what these two cards are saying. So let's see, Leo, what is going on? What is the energy of the current situation you're inquiring about? Challenges, obstacles, guidance, and possible outcome. So what do you need to be aware? Energy of your circumstances. Energy of your circumstances. Let's see. For Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising signs with placements of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus in that sign. Messages for you might be spread among other signs as well. Just a reminder for all signs. Nine of Swords. It's anxiety, it's mental burnout, it's fears, is negativity, it's staying up all night, letting your worries and your concerns eating your energy. This could be energy vampires in your environment as well, but definitely this is a toxic energy. It feels like there's something that is weighing heavy on your heart, heavy on your mind. And it really is up to you to take that, detox, me talks step where you finally decide to leave all these worries out of your mind, recuperate your energy, take it easy. Slowly and steadily recuperate your energy and in a good, more positive state of mind. Let's see, what is the challenge here? What is it that is weighing heavy on your mind, Leo? The Lovers. This could be, falling apart. I would read this card as if it came out in the reverse because this is the challenging position. Maybe you fell out of love with somebody. Maybe there was a conflict with somebody. Somebody that was dear to you, or a situation, a place, a group of people, a job, whatever. Things didn't go as well as you were hoping for. It's breaking up with somebody, maybe. So this could be a reading about relationships of a more personal nature, but it could be also in a professional environment, especially if there was a negative energy surrounding you. There's negative energy in the environment. Guidance, Leo. The Page of Swords. Ask questions. This is the investigator card. There are things that you need to know, questions that you need to ask yourself for other people, things that you need to find out. Ideas, informations, messages, communication. Maybe if you fell out of favor, or somebody fell out of favor with you, whether it was a friend, a family member, a lover, a colleague, or anything, maybe it's time to maybe reach out. Send them a quick text message, send them a quick email. Just check on them, see how they respond, how they react. Obviously, after you have taken some time to yourself to release that pent-up and negative energy that was, keeping you up at night and giving you nightmares, literally or metaphorically speaking. The Devil. There's another card that wants to be seen. The Five of Wands. Leo, this is definitely a situation where Six of Swords, just leave that Five of Swords energy behind you. It really feels to me like you might have been at odds with somebody who's very close to you, somebody you really care about in the recent past. You're really worried about situation. It's a very toxic energy with the Devil and the Metox energy here. Very toxic energy. There's conflict, there's competition, there's confrontation. But you know what? Just, it really feels like you need to leave this energy behind you. Take some time for yourself. Ask yourself, really, do I need to go through all this because of this? Is this person worth it? I want to clarify this card and just get an idea. Why do we have the Page of Swords? What do you mean exactly by Page of Swords? There's something you don't know. A lot of the your perception of the reality that is keeping you, up all night, that is depriving you of a calm mind and good rest at night. It might be that you might have some misconceptions, wrong ideas about something. You might have convinced yourself that something is wrong with this relationship, something is wrong with this person. And maybe you need to regain a quiet mind before you can communicate again with this person and clarify the situation. But I really feel like there's a highly toxic relationship here, highly toxic energy in this relationship. It might be codependency, it could be betrayal, it could be lies. It could be lies too. And you need to find out the truth. You need to find out the truth. The truth will liberate you. Okay. This was the reading for Leo. Leo, let me know if you can share what is going on. If this reading resonates with you, let me know how this reading resonates with you. What is this situation? But definitely the thing that you need to keep in mind is self-love and self-care right now. Because this situation really drained your energy to the point of maybe not even being able to sleep at night. All right, moving on. We're reading for Virgo. What is the message you need to receive? Mid-April reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising signs, and placements of Jupiter, Venus, and Mars. In the light of the full moon in Libra that just happened, great focus and highlight on communication, harmony, balanced relationships, commitments, union with people in a personal sphere or professional way. So what does Virgo need to know? Virgo, your energy. Oops. This card just caught in my hands. Surrender now, Moth Spirit. But then these two cards, I don't know. I'll put them back in. If they're meant to come out, they will come out. You're in a surrender state. You're ready to accept the ending of a situation and the beginning of a new one. You're in a surrender mood, or you need to be in a surrender mood and accept change and transformation. The energy of environment. Oh, watch your words. As we said, this is a full moon that highlights communication, the way you communicate with other people, how you relate to other people through communication. Watch your words. You need to be diplomatic. Now, I don't know exactly if this is your energy or the energy of the environment. The card fell out of the deck before I can even formulate the question. So we'll keep it in mind as a reminder for you. So accept the fact that there's something that is coming to an end and you need to release something. This is, full moon energy. Really important for you to focus on the way you communicate with other people. Watch your words. Now from the other deck, the energy of the environment around you. How is the energy of the environment acting and reacting? We have covenant, sacred contract. Contract. This could be about commitments that you and other people had. Might be a professional commitment, a commitment in the workplace. It could be a commitment you had with somebody else in your family or in your friend environment. It could be a commitment of a romantic kind, so like a long-term relationship or maybe a marriage. On the bottom of the deck, time to replenish, empty well. And on the bottom of the animal deck, we have wasp spirit. Sometimes life stings. So, transformative energy, need for you to accept this change. What I'm hearing right now is don't burn bridges. Whomever you were connected to with this contract, which could be an actual legal contract, it could be a love contract, it could be a soul contract. Be careful how you go through this change and this transformation with these people you're involved with. Watch your words. I remember somebody in my life in the past used to say, build golden bridges with the people you're leaving behind you, whether it's in the work environment or personal, connections, acquaintances. So this is an invitation to be very diplomatic and to keep things balanced and harmonious, even if you are leaving a situation or people behind you. Let's see, what do you need to know, Virgo, about the situation? What is this about? What is this about? Virgo. Sun, Moon, rising signs, replacement of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus in Virgo. We have the Page of Cups, the situation. This could be an offer of forgiveness, a request of forgiveness. It might be an apology. You might be apologizing, or somebody might be apologizing to you. Let's see, what is the challenge? This card. Oh, Five of Swords. Yeah. I really feel like there's the energy of a conflict that might have happened, of an ending, of a disruption of some kind, of some agreement, collaboration, partnership of any kind. It feels like some nasty words might have been exchanged, and it feels like it's time for somebody to come up with an apology, an offer of an apology. Yeah. What happened, Virgo? Let me know in the comment section if you care to do so. I would appreciate. Let me know how these readings resonate with you. So let's see, what is the guidance for you? The guidance for Virgo. Justice and Ace of Wands. So what Spirit is telling you, you need to right the wrongs, or the other person needs to right the wrongs. This is like balancing the karmic scales in a situation, balancing the scales. This could be also, forgive the shaking, this could be also some a card that might indicate a legal undertone, especially if there is an actual contract here between you and another entity. It could be a professional kind of contract. In personal affairs, it might be an actual contract, like an engagement, a marriage. So this is the card that is inviting you to take action to right the wrongs, to recreate harmony, peace, and balance with this person you had a conflict with. So if that means that somebody needs to put the pride aside and apologize, so please do that. If this is you, this is the advice for you. You might want to apologize. There might not be a reconciliation. You might not get back together with this person, whether in a professional way, work environment, or personal relationship. But it's always important to accept that things cannot go on anymore with these people. But you want to live on good terms. This is basically the message of this reading. You really need to live on good terms. Possible outcome. Let's see if there will be a reconciliation or not. This reading is very similar to Leo's reading. I think there was a very similar energy in the Leo reading. You may want to go. It was Leo or Cancer. Yeah, it might have been Leo or Cancer. You may want to go and take a look at these two signs. 8 of Cups. As I said, not necessarily you're going to, reestablish the connection with this person you had an agreement, a contract, a connection with. You might, or the other person might decide to move on because this is a surrender now. It's over. There's no more energy in this situation here, in this partnership, union with another person, friendship, whatever this is. It's time to move on. But at least you're going to leave these cups. You see how they are neatly stacked. In some tarot decks, usually these cups are represented with all on one side, fallen, spilling the liquids, whatever it's inside, spilling the emotion, creating this chaotic environment. You may want to leave this situation behind you on good terms. Just clean up whatever mess happened. Don't leave a mess behind you, in other words. Okay, so this was the reading for Virgo. Virgo, let me know what is happening in your life. Let me know, even simply, if this reading resonated with you and if it was helpful at all. I'm really, making a point of the fact that I would like this reading to offer guidance as well. We might not necessarily be able to predict how the future will go. Who can? Nobody can. Really, the future is not written in stone. But I would love for these messages that come through to give you some clarity, guidance, and inspiration, as I say in my initial prayer to the spirit guides from the pure light. Okay, we're moving on. We are going to Libra. Libra, focus on personal identity and self-expression with this full moon in your sign. This moon could bring the development of an important personal or financial goal as well. So this is a reading for mid-April, general reading. For Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising signs with placement of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus. So it's a general reading, might resonate with you entirely or partially, might touch different spheres of your life, whatever, is weighing on your heart or your mind at the moment. Or the reading might be talking of the energies attached to a person that is very close or dear to you. So what is your energy in the light of this full moon in Libra? Libra, ruling the area of your life that regard communication, harmonious relationships, connections on a personal and professional level. So what is your energy? Mid-April for Libra. We have Porcupine Spirit, time for beginner mind. This is also an energy that reminds me of, prickly energy. You might be on the defensive. This might be your energy, which is, unusual for a Libra, who will always find, the peaceful, balanced way to create harmonious relationships with everybody. But it might be that somebody really made your porcupine thorns, get all spiky. Somebody might have hurt your feelings. You might be on a defensive. And time for beginner mind. Bottom of the deck, make your dreams real, Spider Spirit. All right, let's see, Libra. What is the energy in your environment? Maybe we can get some information about the reason why you are in a porcupine mood. Why are you on the defensive? Why do you feel the need to protect yourself and keep people at bay? Normally are not a prickly kind of sign, but let's see what is going on with you, around you, actually, Libra. What is going on around you? This one, new beginnings. Oh, very interesting. With getting back to integrity, lost compass on the bottom. Interesting. There's this beginner spirit, beginner mind, new beginnings. So definitely this full moon in your own sign made you question probably some relationships that were irking you a little bit. You really you feel this is the right time for you, Libra, to release somebody, release a relationship. It's time to begin anew. It's time to start afresh. Whether start afresh with the same person, with the same situation, on different, foundations, on new basis, or simply leaving entirely a relationship, a person, a job or something behind you and start afresh, start anew. So let's see with the tarot, what is going on, Libra? Libra. What hurt you? What brought the porcupine spirit out in you, Libra? Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising signs with placement of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus in Libra, or any other meaningful placement in your natal chart. So we have the King of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles. So this could be a situation in your work environment. Is this a situation you're leaving behind? King of Wands, this could be your energy or the energy of somebody around you. Oh, I'm just taking a look. Seven of Wands. There's a situation of conflict here. Otherwise, we wouldn't have the porcupine energy. In your work environment, this could be the energy of somebody else. So it could be a person in a position of authority. It could be a boss. It could be a supervisor. It could be a person in HR, director of human resources. It could be a CEO. If this was a difficult, challenging environment, maybe the worst qualities of the King of Wands came out. Controlling person, whimsical, somebody who likes to micromanage, manipulate, person that is very controlling, the person that says it's my way or the highway. And maybe this is why you feel like you need to find, success elsewhere. What is the challenge? What is the challenge that this King of Wands possibly could be a fire sign in your work environment? What is it that didn't work with this person, with this energy? The Seven of Swords. Now, there might have been an underhanded behavior here. I don't know if it was you or this King of Wands energy here. But it feels like somebody wasn't acting in your best interest. Somebody might have omitted something. Somebody might have, tricked you, lied to you, taken something away from you, said something not true about you. Anyway, this is a very deceiving energy. There might have been some deception on the work environment for you, Libra. Let's see, what is and you're ready to move on. What is the advice? 2 cards. Queen of Cups. 3 of Pentacles. I'm really hearing like talk to somebody. Before you do any move, make sure that you share with maybe among your colleagues with the 3 of Pentacles. There's a very generous, nurturing, a person whose shoulder you can cry on, the Queen of Cups. This is a person that can understand you. This is a person that knows what's in your heart. This is a person that really knows you. This is a person that you can trust, and you can open your cup to this person. There is somebody in your work environment you can trust. Just make sure this is really somebody you can trust, that you can confide in. Maybe you might get some good advice, or simply the comfort that you can get from sharing your hurdles with somebody else. Let's see what's the possible outcome if you follow this guidance for you, Libra. What is the possible outcome? We have the 3 of Cups. Again, this is colleagues union, and I really feel like we're talking of work environment and work relationships here. So talk with your colleagues. They're kindred spirits. This is your soul tribe. Maybe you've been one of those lucky people that actually found in the work environment allies and people that you share visions and ideals and life views with. These are people you can rely on, you can trust. Maybe just get together with these people, have a fun night together, go out for dinner, pour your heart out to them, let them know what the challenges were, what is going on, let them know that you feel deceived by this King of Wands energy. Don't keep it to yourself. It's time to share your emotional state with somebody you can really trust and talk to. And maybe these people can offer you some good advice. If not, just simply, a shoulder, as I said, a shoulder to cry on. But it definitely feels like this is a situation that you're going to leave behind and start a new beginning. But you might leave this situation behind you, but you made friends. Wherever this work environment was, you made friends, you created connection. So nurture those friendships, because this work situation had an expiration date, but friendship, real mutual loving relationships are forever. Okay, Libra, best of luck with whatever is going on. Please let me know in the comment section if the reading resonated with you and how, and if it was helpful at all. I really hope so, because it looks like a very prickly energy in your reading. All right. Now we're going to do the reading for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising signs with placement of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus in Scorpio. These are general reading check-ins for mid-April, especially in the light of the full moon in Libra that just happened a couple of days ago on April 12th. So the readings might focus particularly on relationships, partnerships, commitment in the personal and work environment with other people, and most of all also your style of communication, how this can help you out or hinder you. Balanced, harmonious communication. So Scorpio, what do you need to know? What is your energy? Let's see, what is your energy? What is the animal totem you are identifying with right now in your personal circumstances? As I said, for other signs, your natal chart is a complex portrait of your personality and your life experience, so messages might be spread among multiple signs. You might want to go and check your natal chart to see if you have any other important placements in other signs. So let's see. Oopsie daisy. Fox Spirit, think on your feet. Okay, this is the first card that I see. I'll put all the other ones away. Think on your feet, Scorpio. Fox Spirit. This is a very opportunist energy, but it could be also opportunism in a positive way. I call, positive opportunism is pragmatism. You got to take advantage of the situations as they present themselves to you. Think on your feet. That might be an opportunity. Might be your work environment. I have this feeling. But let's see also with other cards. Dark Spirit, be loyal to what you love. This full moon for Scorpio sheds a light on hidden emotions that need to be released. So you need to explore your subconscious as well with this full moon in Libra. Now let's see in your environment, what is going on? What is the opportunity that you need to grab? Why do you need to think? You need to think on your feet. Let's see. Why do you need to think on your feet, Scorpio? There will be timestamps in the description of this video after I upload it. So be patient with me if you don't see them right away in the description of the video. Okay. Balancing act, dances on one foot. Okay, this is not a very stable situation. This Fox Spirit, to think on your feet card, gives me the idea of a very energetically fluctuating environment. So things might shift, might change on a dime, and you need to be quick when it comes to taking the opportunity that will lead you to success, achievement of your goals, or whatever this reading is about. Balancing act, dancing on one foot. So with this moth here, this idea of transformation, things might change pretty quickly. The environment is pretty shaky. It's not stable. It's not a stable environment. Bottom of the deck, many masks, the authentic self. But, with this Fox Spirit, I see that there's a four-leaf clover here, which is a symbol of luck. It almost looks like this fox has something on her eyes, like a mask. So we'll see how these things play into the reading. Let's ask the Tarot. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising sign, placements of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus. What is going on? So what is this shifting environment around you? What is the opportunity that you need to grab? Thinking on your feet. So what is the energy of the current situation? Spirit, guide from the pure white light. Please provide me with clarity, guidance, and inspiration. So what does Scorpio need to know about this situation? Mid-April. I also feel like you don't exactly know who you can count on, and you really need to count on yourself as far as relationships are concerned. So what is the energy of this situation? Oopsie daisy. Page of Swords. Yeah, Be ready to attack. With this sword, don't be afraid to use this discerning sword here. This is mental elasticity as well, ability to adaptability, ability to shift your focus, ability to shift your frame of mind. These are new ideas, new ways of thinking. You might want to, be ready to completely change your point of view on things. Communication might be involved here. Let's see, what is the challenge for you? Not a clear idea yet if this is a reading about work environment or relationships, personal relationships, so we'll see. Four of Swords. I really feel like you need to take some time. This is a difficult situation. Might have caused some disappointment, discomfort in the past, at least intellectually speaking. You need to think about it. There's a situation you need to think about. What I'm seeing here with these two cards, with the balancing act and think on your feet, it also feels like to me you probably don't have the time. You don't have much time. There's a decision maybe that needs to be made. It feels like you need more intelligence, more information about the situation, but you might not have the time to rest and meditate. That's why you really need to think on your feet. You cannot take your own sweet time to think about the situation. You need to be quick and flexible and open to opportunities, to new ways of thinking. You need to come up with a light bulb idea. It's not a situation where you can, take my time, ponder, and meditate. Unfortunately, it feels like you don't have the time to meditate on this situation. That's not an easy situation, Scorpio. Let's see, what's the guidance for you? What do you need to do for your highest good to achieve your dreams, your ambitions, your goals? What do you need to know? What's the guidance for you, Scorpio? 10 of Pentacles. There's something that you need to bring to a completion here. Maybe, I don't know, really strong in me the sense that this is a reading about career and financial situation. I really feel like you need not the approval, the support, like financial support. You need to know that whatever decision you make, there is financial support, maybe from a group of people. It could be family, it could be work. You need to get your hands on a sum of money. You need to, make sure that a certain job, task, project, something is brought to its completion successfully. Let's see what's the possible outcome. 2 of Wands. King of Cups on the bottom. There are two options here. There are two options. It really feels like you need to make a decision, and you need to make this decision pretty quickly. There is opportunity for you to land something that will bring stability, material security in your life. There might be money involved, but it feels like this decision needs to be made quickly. You cannot take the time to, overthink it. You cannot overthink this situation, whatever the situation is. Let me pull a card from a clarifier. What is this 10 of Pentacles? What is this opportunity that might bring success, might bring financial security, might bring some financial gain, outstanding financial gain? King of Pentacles. Yeah, money. Money. It might be a decision related to funds. Funds came up to mind as soon as I saw the card. It feels like maybe securing grants, funds, payment from a bank, loan. What else could it be? If you're a student, it could be a scholarship. It could be getting access to your financial aid, something down those lines. Now, as a rule for my channel, I do not do any readings when it comes to big financial decisions or medical decisions, or anywhere where health is involved, or major financial decisions. These are just energies that come through the cards. The final decisions in life are on you. So think carefully, consult the expert. I'm not a financial expert. I'm not an expert in medical field or legal field. So if there are legalities involved in the situation, please make sure you talk to the professionals. But this is what the cards are telling you. These are the energies that are coming through. There's a decision that needs to be made that here that might involve the use of a large amount of money, or the possibility, the chance, the opportunity to gain this financial support. And it's a decision that needs to be made pretty quickly. You cannot overthink it, but as I said before, always consult somebody who is an expert in the professional financial advisor, for example. There is a financial advisor. Maybe this is what this card is here in the guidance, Scorpio. You might need to talk to a financial advisor. You might need to talk to a person in the bank that can give you an idea of how to invest, for example, a large amount of money. This is a very challenging time right now when it comes to market, when it comes to investments, when it comes to bitcoins and stuff like that. So consult an expert. Okay, but definitely this is a decision that needs to be made. It's time sensitive. And, the market is very fluctuating right now. Things can change overnight. All right. So this was the reading for Scorpio. We're going now to Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising signs, replacement of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus. This is a general reading check-in for mid-April. Any sphere of your life, messages related to many different situations in your life might come through, but considering that we just had a full moon in Libra, which is the sign that rules partnerships, commitments, and union in a personal and professional field, and a sign that focuses also on balanced, harmonious communication. Readings might specifically bring messages forth that regard those areas of your life, partnerships, relationships of all kinds. So Sagittarius, what do you need to know about the current energy, mid-April? So your animal spirit, your energy, this card felt like it was caught in my fingers. Clear out the clutter. I have to tell you, I'm a sun sign Sagittarius, and I have also other very important placements. I have Jupiter in Sagittarius. I today felt the urge to declutter, and I feel like the clutter around me, the amount of things are creating like a negative energy. This energy is really blocking me. It's really creating anxiety. I really feel the need to get rid of a lot of stuff, get rid of a lot of situations that, have no real importance and meaning in my life. I really felt that way. Rabbit spirit, a lucky time on the bottom. Let's see, what is the energy of the environment? What is the energy of the environment around you? Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising signs with Mars, Jupiter, and Venus placements. So what is the energy of the environment around you? Energy of the environment. How is the environment affecting your situation? We have Dragon's Horde, protecting the future. Joyful muse inspiration on the bottom. Okay, Dragon's Hoard. Dragons, mythological creatures, they tended to hoard treasures. And I really feel like I'm holding on to things that I need to get rid of. I also need to be considerate in the way I do it. And I'm talking about myself, and I'm talking about other people, other Sagittarius out there who need to hear this message. You might have hoarded a little bit, and not necessarily in a material way, in the sense of riches or assets or tangible things that you might have collected. But you might have been also energetically in a hoarding mood, like holding on to things, holding on to emotions, holding on. And it's time to release. This is a full moon energy. Release, release. Just do it in a way that makes sense. Also, when it comes to making sure that your future is protected, especially if we're talking about assets or things that create revenue or anything that feels like prosperity to you. So do it in a discerning way when it comes to the clarity. But it really feels like, Sagittarius, we've been hoarding things, energies, and it's time to release. Let's see with the tarot, what is going on, Sagittarius? Sagittarius, what is going on? There's a little bug on my window. I really need to get rid of it. Don't think that I can continue my reading with things that crawl around me. Okay. Sagittarius, what do you need to know? Mid-energy check-in, general reading. It's an energy of the situation. We have the Queen of Swords. I used the word discerning before, and I really felt like the Queen of Swords was, the energy that I was visualizing with I was using the word discerning. You need to be very careful and discerning, analytical. Make a good analysis of your situation. Try not to make your decision with, emotional attachment to things, especially if we're talking about hoarding things, material things in your life. One of the main reasons why people hoard is that they create an emotional attachment to things. So they cannot get rid of them, because for them it's like getting rid of a memory of something, getting rid of an emotion, getting rid of something they're emotionally attached to. Sometimes we just have to embody the energy of the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords keeps the heart, completely separate from her decisions. She uses logic. She uses rationality. She uses the swords. This is the swords that you will need to use to cut cords with things that are hindering you, cluttering you. What is the challenge for you, Sagittarius? And it's strange to read this energy in a Sagittarius reading, because Sagittarius don't, they're like the full energy in the tarot. They like to travel light because they want to be free to travel as far and as long as they want. And, they certainly don't like to carry. They're the travelers of the Zodiac, but their energy, their personality is the personality of somebody who doesn't like to be hindered. Freedom. You don't want to have baggages. You don't want to have things dragging you down. You don't want to have luggages that are too heavy for you to carry and make it impossible for you to travel freely. Five of Swords. This could be a conflict with one particular person regarding belongings, assets, things that might have been sharing with somebody. It might be that you might have had a fallout with this person, and now you need to understand what to keep and what to let go, what to keep for yourself and what to be ready to part with, because somebody else is claiming those same things. This is a very particular message. Maybe will apply just to a few of you. This could be also your own energy, the Five of Swords, and this is the change of the mind. You have to accept the fact that there are battles that cannot be won. You have to accept the fact that there are things that you cannot keep dragging with you. You have to let go. Admitting defeat, letting go, accepting, moving on. What is the guidance for you, Sagittarius? What is the guidance? The guidance for you, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, what is the guidance for you? Two of Wands. Yeah, meditation is required. Think about it very carefully. What are you cutting cords with, and what are you keeping with you? So what are you going to do? Are you going to keep this something? Are you going to keep this relationship? Are you going to keep this energy? Are you going to stay attached to this? Whatever the circumstances are for you, or you're going to let go. Meditation, planning, protecting the future. Whatever you're going to part ways with, just keep in mind that you're going to get rid of things that are not essential for you. But if after pondering and thinking really well, you realize that whatever you have in mind here, it's something that might be useful to you in the future, especially if it comes when it comes to things that create revenue, things that are precious, things that have a monetary value, assets. You need to think in terms of protecting your future, Sagittarius. Possible outcome if you follow this guidance. So this is definitely is a reading about material assets. It feels like material assets, financial security, Eight of Pentacles, or maybe a job. So if this is a situation relating to a job, you might feel like there's a job, if this is work related, that is really cluttering your life. You really feel a need to transform, to get rid of. But you really also need to think in terms of protecting your future. So be very careful, whatever decision you make. This is self-discipline, is applying yourself in a devoted manner to achieving a goal, working hard towards a goal. Don't be afraid of, of a routine kind of job, of a repetitive kind of action. It feels to me like this is a work related matter. You need to protect your future. Maybe because a major decision about letting go of a career situation here, you really need to be prepared for the future. Make sure that you get rid of anything that energetically or materially doesn't make any sense to you, and preserve instead, protect whatever you will need for the future, because you don't know what the future will bring. Especially if you're taking in these very uncertain times a decision about maybe changing career, leaving a job behind and embracing a new one. Okay, Sagittarius, please let me know in the comment section how the reading resonated with you and if it was helpful at all. I would really appreciate that. So thank you so much for watching, Sagittarius, and now we're moving to Capricorn. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising signs with placements of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus in this sign, or any other meaningful placement in your natal chart. Also, consider that your natal chart is such a complex portrait of your personality and life story and life experience. You might find messages spread among several different signs. So I invite you to take a look at your natal chart and then read your readings in relation to your moon sign, sun sign, and the other placements as well. These are general readings for the mid-month of April, with a particular focus on partnerships, commitments, unions, collaborations, relationships of all kinds, because of the full moon in Libra that just recently happened. So what is the animal totem, the energy you embody or need to embody? What is the energy that represents you in your current circumstances you're asking about. So antelope spirit, life is speeding up, Capricorn, and you seem to be ready. Look, I mean, antelope, Capricorn, they belong to the same family. They're very close cousins. So what a serendipity here. So very resilient energy normally for Capricorn, but in this case it's also energy that is able to pick up speed and pick up speed quickly. So what's going on in your environment? Why are you in this speeding up energy? Bad spirit, a rebirth is assured. All right, it feels like learn from the past. It feels like in the environment there is the opportunity to change something in your life. Personal relationships or work opportunities will ask the tarot. And it's time like you need to go after this change and be ready to adapt to this change pretty quickly. Now we have a bat here that is laying upside down here. It's hanging upside down. So this could be a message that is inviting you to look at things from a different perspective. You know, Capricorns can be pretty stubborn when it comes to change. So you might need to adapt to a change and be willing and able to adapt to this change, to this rebirth, to this transformation pretty quickly. Let's see, I actually was supposed to get a card from the Shaman Dreams oracle. Well, extra card for you, Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising signs, replacements of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus in Capricorn. So what's in the environment? What's going on in the environment? Oh, 2 cards again. Bottom of the deck, Caterpillar, opportunity. So opportunity to radically change into your life, transform. We have unmarked trail, revelation, and vanishing mirror, ego sublimation. What these cards are telling me is that in the environment has this fragmented energy here. It feels like something that was felt sure and certain and stable to you, actually now it's completely changing drastically and dramatically. It feels that there is a revelation in your life that might kind of disrupt the balance you were relying on, and there's a need for you to be able to accept a radical change in pretty quickly in a short span of time. Let's see what the tarot has to say. What does Capricorn need to know about this situation? Mid-April energy. Current situation, the Empress. This is a very creative and nurturing energy. Wow. The Hierophant. Wow. This could be a reading about a very important connection, a very important union. This could be like a marriage or a long-term relationship. It's a big commitment here. It's a big commitment. So what is the challenge for this situation, Capricorn? 5 of Wands, troubles in paradise. Now, if we're talking about a kind of love relationships, it feels like there's a little bit of turmoil. I mean, this is not a 5 of Swords. It's not as dramatic and negative as the energy of a 5 of Swords, but still, there's the energy of change, there's the energy of obstacles, there's the energy of competition, conflict, challenges. If these 2 cards, the Empress and the Hierophant, represent the marriage commitment, this is a union. It's a loving union, but it's going through some important changes. Something might be vanishing. Some certainties that you had, that you were relying on in this situation, might be suddenly coming to an end. Something is fractured, something is broken, something will look totally different to you, and you need to adapt to this. Let's see, what is the guidance for you? What is the guidance for you, Capricorn? Capricorn, what is the guidance for you? It's my cat behind my door that is calling me. These readings are pretty long. By the way, there will be timestamps at some point after I upload the video, so it will be easier for you to find the sign you're most interested in. Two of Wands. Well, planning. Look at the future, look at your choices. There are two different courses of action here, and you need to take a look at both of them. You need to ponder. It feels like this energy, though, it's a fast energy. Life is speeding up. A rebirth is assured. Hopefully, whatever, conflict, obstacle, challenges you're experiencing out in this commitment, I don't know if it's commitment in your, personal level or work level. Things are changing. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're ending, but it feels like a rebirth is necessary. It feels like this kind of commitment needs to be revisited. It needs to be looked at and decide if there are important things that you need, important changes that you need to apply to it. What is the possible outcome? I'm losing my voice, but the good news is that two more signs. Only two more signs. So for Capricorn, what is the possible outcome in this situation? Rapid change looming on the horizon. Changes. And this is a very stable energy, Taurus energy with the Empress and the Hierophant. So there's the stable earth energy. Forgive me. It's pretty shaky right now. Possible outcome. Need some water. Page of Pentacles. Forgive me. Well, it feels like there's a new opportunity here. This is the rebirth. There's a new opportunity. The Page of Pentacles might indicate a new job, a new course of studies. Maybe I'm talking to somebody who is inquiring about higher education. Maybe I'm talking to a university student, a college student. Maybe there are big changes. We are towards the end of the school year, so it's time to wrap it up, right? Time to understand if you've been working hard enough, if you're going to get the results that you need in order to progress in your studies, if there's something that you need to change, if you need to look at things in a different way, from a different perspective. There might have been some challenges, some obstacles, some problems, but there is an opportunity here to start all over. Maybe a change of major if I'm talking to somebody who's inquiring about higher education. If I'm talking about a sort of more committed relationship when it comes to marriage, relationships of that kind, like a long-term relationship. Maybe there's a new idea, something new that you can learn to adapt to these radical changes that are looming on the horizon. All right, let me know how this reading speaks to you, Capricorn. Let me have your feedback in the comments section. Thank you so much for watching. Now we're moving on and we're reading for Aquarius. What are the energies mid-April for Aquarius? General reading in the light of the full moon in Libra that just happened. Okay, for Aquarius, it's time to revisit hopes and dreams and take concrete steps to turn them into reality. Or at least this is what the energy of this full moon brings to this sign. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, with placements of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus in that sign. So let's see, what is your energy? Electric eel spirit to bring your ideas to life. As I was saying, it's time to act upon these dreams and ideas and fantasies. We need to translate the fantasy into action and concrete, real results. Bottom of the deck, reclaim your power. And then from the Shaman Dream Oracle, what is the energy of the environment around you? How the energy of the environment is hindering or helping you in your ability to bring ideas to life. Aquarius. Losing my voice. Okay, now I'm going to shuffle some more. It feels like always 2 or 3 cards want to come out at the same time, but preferably we want 1 card. So for Aquarius, how is the environment working or not working with you and your dreams and your ideas? Oh, the power of community and the dissolved self. This card came out, I think, for Aries, was the first. In our Mark the Trail revelation. Okay, the dissolved self. This is a very, like, lost energy. This is pretty much 5 of Pentacles energy, if I had to compare this to a tarot card. A root girl. It feels like you might have lost the connection with the community around you. You might feel like, or maybe it's not just a perception, it's the reality. It feels like there's a sense of dislocation and uprooting here. You don't feel like you're really rooted in your community. You feel like you don't have other people supporting whatever ambition you have. It feels like you do have ideas that need to be brought to life, but without the collaboration, the support, the approval, the power of the community around you, whatever this community represents. It could be the approval and collaboration and support of your family, support of a group of colleagues. So let's see, Aquarius, let's see what's going on with you. What are we talking about? So you do have brilliant ideas. They need to be brought to life. You have to take steps to bring these dreams and ambitions to fruition. But it might be that maybe you need more support from the community around you, and you're not really connected to this group. There's a disconnect that happened at some point between you and this group of people. King of Pentacles. Okay, financial matters. It could be money, it could be resources, it could be your work, it could be projects of any kind, it could be assets, money, financial security. Let's see, what is the challenge? Page of Cups. This is the idea. This is the idea that might bring financial security. This is the brilliant idea that might not only make you emotionally fulfilled, but also financially fulfilled. Now, what is the challenge? Maybe there's a lack of maturity. It might be like a little premature. It might be like in the realm of fantasy and dreams here, but there's nothing concrete. Let's pull another card here. 4 of Swords. It feels like some more thought needs to be devoted to the implementation of these ideas, the realization of these dreams that might bring financial gratification and fulfillment into your life. It feels like the creativity is there. For me, the Page of Cups is a very creative card, but I feel like there needs to be some more thinking, pondering, more ideation, so to speak. More time invested in the planning phase. Guidance, the 4 of Pentacles and the possible outcome. Let's see. Oh, 3 cards came out. Too many. But this is definitely, all these 3 cards speak of success. We have the 6 of Cups, the 4 of Wands, and the Lovers. This is coming into union with somebody. If this is a reading that regards, but I don't really feel like it, if this is love relationship, personal relationships, there's this coming into union with the person of your dreams, the person that steers your emotion, the person that makes you happy. If this is something regarding your financial situation or your work or, creativity in a professional field, it feels like you really need to have faith with that, with some good planning, rationalizing, thinking, meditating about your next step. You might achieve your goals. Let me clarify this 4 of Swords in the guidance. There's something that you need to let go of, or something that you need to hold on to very tightly, and it's something tangible. What is it? The 3 of Cups. This could be collaboration with other people. The power of community. This 3 of Cups might refer to this community. If this is a work reading, it could be collaborator, it could be colleagues. But why the 4 of Pentacles? Do you have to withhold something, keep something to yourself, or be, sharing? This is what this card is telling me. You need to share your ideas. Whatever project, creative idea, brilliant idea you have in mind, it cannot come into fruition unless you connect with other people and collaborate. And in order to do so, you need to be willing to share whatever you have in mind, your ideas, the resources that are necessary to implement this project. And if you do so, it's destined to be successful. This is what the cards are telling me for Aquarius. I hope the reading made sense. Please let me know if it did in the comment section. And now we're moving to the last sign, Pisces. Mid-April general energy check-in in the light of the full moon in Libra that just happened. So we have a focus on collaborations, partnerships, harmonious in communications, balanced relationships, diplomatic relationships, harmonious relationships, and ability to communicate in a style that is conducive of that harmony in our relationship. So what is your energy, your animal totem, Pisces? Sun, Moon, Rising signs with placement of Mars, Jupiter, and Venus, or other meaningful placements. Again, Antelope Spirit. As for Capricorn, life is speeding up. You are in a hurry. Sandpiper Spirit, be playful, Pisces. You're in a hurry. You're feeling the pressure. You're feeling the need to speed up because you feel like things are changing and they're changing quickly, and you need to quickly change with them. Now let's see, what is the energy of the environment around Pisces and how this energy is affecting your own dreams, ambitions, collaborations, partnerships, relationships, whether in a personal field or professional, or family, or friends, or lovers, whatever. Okay, so what is the energy of the environment for you, Pisces? And how is this energy working with you? Now, shuffle a little more. Oops. Okay, this card was caught in my fingers. Getting back to integrity. There's another card that wants to be seen. Let's take a look. Fallen Angel, Spiritual Narcolepsy. Bottom of the deck, New Beginnings. I will have to look at the guidebook for this spiritual narcoleptic falling angel. Although intuitively what I get here is that you need to wake up. You need to wake up because things are changing. You need to adapt to this changing situation. You cannot just be narcoleptic. You cannot be passive. You need to be proactive. This is what this card is telling me. With the lost compass and getting back to integrity in your environment, whatever you do, you cannot cut corners. Honesty and integrity is very important. Proceeding by certain rules, doing things by certain rules is very important. Really, you cannot cut corners in this frenzy, in this need that you feel to speed up with whatever decision, dream, wish, ambition that you have. You cannot leave integrity to the side. You need to act always inspired by principles of integrity. Let's see with the tarot. What is going on for you, Pisces? Situation. You have the Three of Pentacles. This might be a reading regarding your professional relationship with the collaborators, with other people that work with you. It could be a career, it could be studies as well. Is working on a project, big project from the ground up. Is about using your skills in accordance to the skills of the group around you. The Fool is the challenging energy. The Sun, the guidance and possible outcome, is the Ace of Cups. Beautiful. Seven of Wands on the bottom. So certainly you're, dealing with a difficult situation, but you will come out on top. You will come out on top. The Fool card here in the challenging position would be read as if it came out in reverse, and this is either a lack of initiative. This is why we have the spiritual narcolepsy here. This card, you need to become proactive. You need to take that first step. I don't know what's hindering you, if it's fear of taking a leap of faith, fear of taking a risk, fear of making the first move, fear of moving the first step towards the implementation of a dream for a project here. The Sun, clarity. Try to make clarity in this situation and be optimistic. I'm really feeling this optimistic energy with this card. Be optimistic. Have faith in yourself. Be confident things will work in your favor if you have the courage to try something different, try something new, take that first step. I really feel like the emotional fulfillment will come as a consequence of your ability to be optimistic when it comes to your dreams and your desires and your collaborations here. Really, I feel like you really can count not only on a good set of skills. You are prepared for this. You have the artistry, you have the craft, whatever you're working on. But you're also not alone. There's somebody in your environment that can offer, collaboration. If you are under scrutiny right now, and you're afraid of making a mistake, and this is causing a little bit of a paralysis here in whatever you're working on, just be confident and just know that you have what it takes to bring this maybe a creative project. Believe in yourself. This is what I'm seeing. Really believe in yourself. Okay, so this was the reading for Pisces for the mid-month of April. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know in the comment section how this reading resonated with you, if they were helpful at all. As usual, please like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get updates on all future uploads. And thank you so much for watching. Until I see you next time, many blessings.